Oh, well, hey, man. It's Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel, honey, and welcome back to yet another quick chat. Honey, today on the quick chat, we got a few things we're going to talk about. Definitely going to get into Dr. Heavenly and the ladies of Married to Medicine as the new season is getting ready to drop like it's hot, okay? So we will definitely get into that as well as like their photo shoot and all that other good stuff, girl. Because Miss Heavenly did an interview over there with Entertainment Tonight, and we're going to chit-chat about it briefly, okay? And let's just go ahead and get into some things. We're going to start off with some housewives over there at Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in New York. Now, y'all know Miss Kyle has been under fire lately. For those of you guys that have not seen the preview of the trailer going around or even seeing last week's episode for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, it looks as though Miss Erika came at Miss Garcelle's son wrong. She cussed at the boy, and the boy's only 14 years old. So Garcelle had to check her and tell her, like, girl, don't come at my child like that, okay? Don't do that. We're going to get more into it next episode because it looks like she really finna let her know, like, girl, you can't disrespect nobody, child, especially mine, period, right? Well, prior to that happening, where Miss Garcelle is really going to have to check Erika, we saw a sit down, and this is where I believe Kyle is getting a lot of, flack right now. Kyle brought up a conversation about Erika and how she was talking to Garcelle's son. She brought it back up amongst her husband and another housewife's husband, and she laughed about it. But she came back and gave us this long explanation, trying to let us know that she wasn't necessarily laughing at that. She was just laughing at Erika as a whole. And it's like, but your man responded to what you were talking about. Your man said that he was glad that Erika told her child what he told her. So because of that, she has been getting a lot of feedback from the fans. A lot of people have had things to say, especially people that's been watching the show for a very long time, feeling as though, like, girl, if this was your kid in this situation, you would be really upset as well while you sitting over there laughing. You know what I'm saying? So she's been getting a lot of flack. But for some reason, Miss Leah McSweeney decided that she was going to come onto her social media so that she can kind of defend Kyle. But really, there is a reason, right? A lot of people have been attacking Miss Kyle over there on social media. But in addition to that, they've actually taken it a bit further to kind of come at her children. So Leah McSweeney of Real Housewives of New York decided that she's gonna pop out, and she has some things to say.
Okay, before I turn off my Instagram for Shabbat, I have something to say. I am not fully caught up watching Beverly Hills, but it's been brought to my attention that the fans are harassing the shit out of Kyle Richards' kids. There is never anything that makes that okay, and we need to stop normalizing objectifying housewives as if they're not people, because they're humans, we're humans, and there are real life consequences to bullying and victimizing these women as if they're just there for your own personal entertainment and to be sadistic to. I think it's fucking sick, and it honestly breaks my heart for her, because one thing, us getting distracted, it's one thing to be harassed yourself by the fans, but to have your children harassed is a whole different story. And people have killed themselves for getting cyberbullied. So I think that if you're a fan of the show and you're someone who's extremely invested in the show, that's awesome. And the show wouldn't be what it is without people like that. But maybe you need to think about what you're really doing and if it's really worth it. You're mad at her because maybe she offended you, so you're going to do the most offensive thing and harass her child. There's no logic to that. And that just makes you a terrible person.
All right. So you guys just heard what Miss Leah McSweeney had to say. And some of it I agree with. It was just a small part where she said it's not like the ladies are there for your personal entertainment. Well, I'm like, well, what else are they there for? Girl, they're there to entertain people and to get a hefty check from it as well, in my opinion. But for the most part, I definitely, for me, felt like I understood where Leah McSweeney was coming from with some things. To go, it's one thing to, attack and go off on the housewives or whatever. But then when you get to their kids, I do feel like you're doing too much, okay? I do think that a lot of times fans fans can go overboard with some of the things they say. And I'm saying that from a standpoint of thinking about Miss Candiace of Real Housewives of Potomac, okay? A lot of the things that, you know, y'all say out of nowhere. And then, honestly, not even just Candiace, before Candiace even came along, Miss Kenya Moore. The things people would spew and say out to her. So fans can get very, very disrespectful. But I think the ladies can take it. It's just more so when you go to the kids, it's like you are, you know, crossing the boundaries, in my opinion. But when she talked about them bullying, bullying Miss Kyle and all that stuff, it's like, girl, no, don't be trying to mix up bullying for people calling them out for what it is. Like if they're out of line, they're wrong, whatever the case is, that's what the fans is gonna do. They're gonna call it out because obviously Andy's not. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. I see nothing wrong with that, but I do think when you cross the line and then you start to come for people's kids, I do feel like, okay, pipe down, calm down. You're getting too deep in it. I don't want to say you're too invested, but you too deep when it comes to your attacks. Okay, you ain't got to go over there and do the children like that. You feel what I'm saying? But somebody else I feel that could learn from, you know, attacks and things that they do. Not that she attacks, you know, children or anything like that. I don't think she attacks children, but she just be a whole mess anyway. Y'all know we ended up seeing Miss Lisa Rinna over there on social media referring to viewers of the show or whatnot as pussy. Okay, and I feel like she was primarily talking about the black folks when she said what she said when she was calling folks pussies, because people was calling her out about the treatment of Garcelle, or at least not so much as her. I think they were talking about Diana, and she said, "Oh, every time somebody comes at Garcelle, y'all think y'all want to say we're racist and all this other stuff. If you don't like our show and what's going on and woo, then how about you go there and watch Real Housewives of Dubai?" That's what she said. So of course, it led the ladies to get on her. You feel what I'm saying? And it definitely had Miss Caroline Brooks jumping on her as last week. You know, definitely. Like when I say y'all, Caroline Brooks ate Lisa the fuck up. She ate her all the way up. Chanel Ayan came out. She had some things to say to Miss Lisa Rinna. You also had, I believe Lisa Milan even said some things to Lisa Rinna. You had everybody was getting on Lisa Rinna's case for what it was that she put up there. And it was just funny because at one moment she was showing absolutely no remorse. Like she didn't care about what she said. Y'all gonna deal with it. Y'all gonna eat it and y'all gonna like it. Then next thing you know, she tried to give us this piss poor excuse, or I'm not even gonna say an apology. Really, she was just pretty much trying to blame things on her mom and the passing of her mom and why she's been out here acting the way that she's been acting. And it's like, Lisa, you be unhinged, girl. That's just what it is. Like before Lois passed away and even after, you're going to be that way anyway, because it's just how you is, okay? But she did take to social media to let us know some things. And this is what she said. She says, I've heard from a lot of you over the last week about some comments I made on my Instagram story. I never meant for them to be interpreted the way that they have been. What are you saying? You knew exactly what you were doing because you doubled down on what you said because you called people pussies. Like, what are you talking about? She says, but I truly appreciate you all reaching out. I just had the opportunity to have a lovely chat with Caroline Brooks. I bet you did. I bet you did. I bet you did. I wish I could have been a fly on the wall to hear that conversation on how Caroline, probably gathered her, because Caroline does strike me as a woman that's she's not gonna do too much of backing down. I think that she would have maintained the poise throughout the conversation, but she definitely was gone, in my opinion, make sure Lisa no, you said this, you said that, you said this, you said that. So let me check you accordingly. Okay. So I'm sure I'm sure Lisa left that conversation learning a lot. Now, whether what she learned from that conversation will be applied at a later time, we have to wait and see. Okay. But I listen, she called the right one, baby, but let's keep going, because she also said more. So she says that I just had the opportunity to have a lovely chat with Caroline Brooks. Caroline, thank you for the open dialogue and conversation. I have the utmost respect for all of the ladies of Real Housewives of Dubai, and I can't wait to officially meet you, Caroline. Then she goes on to say, lovely just speaking with you as well, Lisa Milan. Girl. girl, you needed this conversation so you could soften the blow because people must was on your neck top the same way they was over here on Miss Kyle's, and you needed them to scoot back just a little bit. And somebody said this on Twitter, and I really hope it happens. Somebody said, I want Andy Cohen to tell Lisa, like he has told Candiace, you're a disaster. I think he told Candiace you're a disaster on Twitter or whatever it was. I want him to tell Lisa that you're a disaster on social media, because it's not just Twitter. She be going crazy and going ham on the Instagram, primarily over there on Instagram. So I wonder if he gonna say the same thing once they get to the reunion, because Miss Girl dead right is, okay? All right, y'all be wanting the fans and stuff. Y'all be wanting us to tune in, and then when they call you out, girl, y'all be okay telling us to scoot back just a little bit or be too invested. And it's like, well, girl, we just saying what we see on the show. Okay, don't be mad at us. Be mad at editing since y'all want to keep saying that it's editing. Anyway, honey, so I had to bring that to you guys just to let you know what's been going on with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, okay? Because we definitely be tuned in over here when it comes to the ladies. I want to know what y'all think about Leah stepping out and giving her thoughts about people coming so hard at Kyle and her children. Let me know your thoughts, because y'all heard how I felt, okay? Come to the kids, scoot back just a little bit, okay? But when it comes to Kyle, I don't really mind y'all staying on her head top just a little bit, okay? Because Kyle be on some fugaziness for real. And Miss Lisa Rinna, girl, you know you a mess. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts when it comes to Lisa Rinna and this situation regarding the ladies of Real Housewives of Dubai. Now let's go ahead and move on. This isn't necessarily a housewife, and we can't even say that he was a house husband for real, for real. He was a house fiance, now ex-fiance. But I came to you guys in a recent quick chat, and I was telling you guys about how Portia ended up getting the tattoo on her neck. So she got that tattoo on her neck and she was getting it removed. So her and Dennis got matching tattoos years ago. And he came to social media to say, oh, girl, you too late. I've been removed mine, right? And he posted right after that a picture of a beautiful woman. And I was telling y'all, like, who is this lady? Like, she looks familiar, but I don't know who she is. Who is she dating? Well, or who is he dating? So now I know, okay? So let me go ahead and pull that up, because it looks like Mr. Dennis is now dating Dom, and I do believe that's Dominique, which happens to be a former basketball wife that is very close friends with Jennifer Williams. I don't know if y'all saw her on the season. I believe she came onto the season maybe 2 years ago. That probably was like season 8, right? I think her and Evelyn may have had an exchange of words or something. Her in Malaysia, very lightly, but for some reason, everybody knew not to try Miss Dom, honey, because Dom is really, really ready about that action, okay? But that's just an interesting couple. So I'm like, okay. I'm not necessarily mad at it. I don't know what I would have expected. Maybe I was probably expecting him to date somebody that worked for him or some child, but this is a whole different woman. So either way, congratulations and good luck. I guess Mr. Dennis is moving on, and he posted that to let people know that he's very, very, very happy with his choice. So, okay, girl. Anyway, let's move on, honey. Also, I came to you guys on another quick chat, that same quick chat where I talked about Miss Cynthia Bailey and how she'll be doing a show this summer. So now I know the show that she's going to be doing. I was thinking it will probably be like a TV show or something. Well, it looks like it's going to be a cooking show on E, and it's called Celebrity Beef. So I guess they were saying that like the celebrities will sort out their issues or whatever, or they'll sort out their beef during a cook-off or with a cook-off or something like that. Celebrities will sort out their beef with a cook-off. And I say, this would have been so good if it was celebrities that really had beef, in my opinion. So it's Cynthia and some other celebrities that we've seen around. I don't necessarily know their names, but we've seen them around. But I feel like this would have been dope if they would have extended this opportunity to Kenya. We know Kenya and Cynthia have been at odds, okay? And they've been closer friends. I think they have respect for each other, but I don't think the relationship I don't think they're as close as they used to be. But this would have been cute. They get to sort out their beef through the Celebrity Beef cooking show. Like, that would have been pretty dope, in my opinion, if they would have added Miss Kenya in instead of these other random people that I don't know. I don't even know if she even have a beef with these people. So there's that. It's going to be dropping over there on the E network. So if you guys are familiar with it, let me know whether or not you're going to be checking the show out. Okay. But in the meantime, in between time, let's move on because we got to talk about Wendy Williams. Y'all know her show ended up being canceled. I do believe it was in its 10th season. I feel like I'm gonna miss the Wendy Williams show. Not so much as on television because like I said before, I never really watched the show on TV, but I would go to his YouTube channel and check out the clips, girl. And do you know, if I didn't tell y'all before, that they done sat up here and snatched this lady YouTube channel down? Not snatched it down, but I believe the people that were over it deleted or removed the channel, probably getting things ready for Miss Sherri Shepherd to come through. But I feel like don't get her ready to come through by keeping the same subscribers and uploading her content over there. No, ma'am. In my opinion, I feel like Sherri got to get it out the mud like Miss Wendy Williams and others had, right? You know what I'm saying? That's just, just my thoughts about that. I hate that they snatched down her channel. It's like, dang, all those years of Miss Wendy Williams out here working, going hard, doing what she does with her show, we can't watch. If somebody wanted to go back and get a clip of it, you know what I'm saying? Or go back and watch a favorite episode or a favorite clip or whatever, like that, we don't have that. We can't see it. And it's bigger to me than just Wendy. It's the people that Wendy sat and interviewed, okay? She's interviewed countless of housewives. Like, if we wanted a reference video, we can't even go back and find it and pull it up or nothing. You know, different individuals have gone on the show, singers, performers, like all these people have come through the stage of Wendy Williams. And you mean to tell me that her channel not even there no more? I feel a way about it. But it seems like Miss Wendy Williams is like, okay, y'all done cancel my show. Okay, no, it's fine. Okay, y'all done cancel my show. Got you, noted. Okay, then y'all done snatched down the channel as well. Okay, all right. I want to believe they in control of the Instagram as well. So ain't no telling that's probably gone too, and they probably transitioning that over to all reflect Miss Sherri Shepherd. But what I will say, Hanny Girl, is that Miss Wendy Williams is coming back with the Wendy Experience podcast. Now, she did tell us that she was going to be back to do a podcast. She did say that she was coming back, but a lot of people were a little iffy about it. Like, we don't know. A lot of us felt as though this would be the best thing for Wendy. Like, yeah, come back with a podcast. Like, it's not that much different from when she was doing radio, which is how she got her start. So since podcasts are extremely popular now, as they really have been for many, many, many years, it's only going to make more sense for her to just go over here and do a podcast show. But it's so interesting because if you look at the very first photo on her page, not the first one technically, really the third one, okay? The first one is her sitting in front of her laptop where you hear somebody saying, hey, Wendy Williams, the Wendy Williams experience or whatever. So she's returning with the Wendy Williams experience. Then the very last one is, you may not be able to see it, but understand that this is Marlo Hampton and this is Nene Leakes in this photo. Y'all remember how Miss Wendy played Miss Nene? Wendy has played Miss Nene so many times, y'all. So many times. And Nene, girl, you are a true forgiving spirit. You are. And I guess this is the best time to be there for her because Miss Wendy got her health complications and stuff and she needs some friends, I'm sure, but it's like Wendy had done sat up here and played you so many times. I think she hung up on you on a live, or at least you wanted her to come on live and she had like she couldn't hear you or something and hung up on you. It was just released like 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago, where this white guy came out and talked about how he was working with you to get your own show, but Wendy Williams affected you getting your own show. Yet here you are showing up with Marlo syndrome and feeling the need to show up and be there for her, kind of like how Marlo does with you, right? And that's why I say the Marlo syndrome, because I feel like Nene can be, not so nice to her friends, and they're still going to show up and try to be a friend to her, even when she's not a friend to them. And I feel like that's the same thing like Wendy does to Nene. You know what I'm saying? So they'll continue to give passes. I don't know. It's like, it's making me think of like opportunist type thing, but that's not the word that I'm looking for, but that's what comes to mind. Like people that they basically think extremely highly of, they give so many passes to, but other people that they may not think is on the same level as them, they don't give that many passes to. And I say that when I think about Marlo in this interview she did with Carlos not Carlos, but I believe it was the velvet rope, behind the velvet rope, and how she kind of talks down about Candy and Kenya and them not supporting her when she got her peach and stuff. But then you give passes to Nene for the same actions, who has yet to this day, out of your mouth, the words from your mouth, has congratulated you on getting a peach. She hasn't even celebrated you, yet you have such a high standard for these ladies. And then you talk about them like dogs, but then when it comes to Nene, you'll forgive her and act like, oh, everything is all good. It's okay. It's not an issue. That's just Nene. That's just how she is. So then now I feel like Nene does that with Wendy. Like when it comes to Marlo, she'll drag Marlo, say whatever she's gonna say about Marlo. She's been very nice about Marlo lately, I will say. Okay, but just last year around this time, as Nene was saying that Marlo did not deserve a peach, should not get a peach. She's already been doing the most for less, so why would they upgrade her? Okay, this is what she said when she did the interview with Jason Lee. But then it's like when Wendy dogs you, it's still interviews of Wendy is my friend. Yeah, it's just a lot of passes given when when it comes to Wendy. Maybe it's because of her connects or something, I'm not sure, but either way, girl, good luck. Maybe y'all need to be there for her during this time, and who knows, they might be her first interviews for her podcast. Everybody loves a good Real Housewife story content, or whatever the case may be, girl. But like I said, honey, either way, good luck. Let's go ahead and move on to yet another housewife, because I came to you guys with a quick chat about Miss Candiace Dillard, honey. And I actually showed you guys on that particular quick chat that I do believe that she was starting the IVF process, as I circled down below. And she just updated us with her very own video to let us know that eggs have been retrieved and they are moving forward. All right, so y'all just saw that, okay? Miss Candiace is moving forward. That would be interesting if we've learned that Miss Candiace is probably pregnant, before the year is out, or by the time we have the reunion of Real Housewives of Potomac, okay? So, wishing her the best of luck, good luck and all that other great stuff. You feel what I'm saying, honey? Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on that. And she's updating us, letting us know, I figured I'd come back and let you guys know what's really up, okay? So let's go ahead and get into Miss Dr. Heavenly. Girl, we got to talk about Dr. Heavenly real quick. Like, first of all, before we get into Dr. Heavenly, the ladies of Married to Medicine will be returning very soon. I feel like it's going to be returning within a week. Let me just double check, because I'm trying to see. I feel like it's going to be coming either the 10th or the 17th, one of the two. But just know the Married to Medicine ladies are on their way back. They just dropped this promo pic. And I don't think this is anything that's official. I don't. I think that is similar to what happened with Real Housewives of Atlanta, where they weren't getting any money for the budget to take casting pics or whatever. Meanwhile, it looks like Beverly Hills got the budget, and they were able to have a different looks last season, this season, whatever the case was. But anyway, so let me say this. Let me backtrack. Actually, Real Housewives of Atlanta, I do believe they took new pictures. I will say that. I don't think the ladies liked the new pictures, since they're going into a new season and it's coming off as though they got like pretty much a new cast, is what it's feeling like. They wanted to really hype it up a bit. So they decided to go out and get their own pics taken. And it looks like the ladies of Married to Medicine took a page out of their book. And I think they even used the same people. They went and they got their picture done. And I'm like, okay, this is cute. Okay, the ladies look good. For me, it's giving Toya. For me, I'm loving Toya's dress. Toya looks like she has lost a ton of weight. She is slimmed down. She's looking, a little more fit than normal. Jackie standing up at the very top above Quad and Anissa. She looks beautiful. I said, okay, like all of the even Contessa. I'm looking at Contessa like, girl, when did you get hips? When did you get hips, honey? And another thing, Miss Dr. Simone, girl, y'all already know one thing about Dr. Simone, she gonna probably have on some shorts or something. I feel like that's an outfit that got shorts attached to it. I feel like that's a shorts jumper that looks like a suit in the very front, but we can't really fully see their outfit. So I decided to go ahead and grab a video for you guys so you can really see what it is they rocking, maybe just a little bit. So check this out. All right, so you guys just saw that little quick clip, okay? Ladies trying to get their promo on and stuff, trying to bring the people to the yard so they can go ahead and check out Married to Medicine's upcoming season, which I think is going to be pretty good. Heavenly seems like she's going to be the woman that everybody is targeting this season. At least we know for a fact Dr. Contessa going to be on her head. She actually did an interview with Entertainment Tonight, and I just want to talk about that real quick, okay? So first of all, everybody seems to be coming after Dr. Heavenly. And Dr. Heavenly the question is asked of her, like, girl, why you think these people coming after you? She says that she started reviewing Married to Medicine about 5 years ago. And I said, is that right? Did she start reviewing about 5? I don't know why. I probably thought it was like 3 years or something. Maybe it's been 5 years, but I thought it was a shorter time than that. But either way, she's been reviewing it for this long, and people are just now starting to really get pissed off about Dr. Heavenly. Now, I thought Dr. Heavenly may have been on YouTube about that long, but I didn't think she started reviewing the show until more recently. Okay, so there's that. And I feel like that really makes sense, because if she started doing it a long time ago, people would have really been more upset with her then. Because one thing about Dr. Heavenly, she doesn't hold her tongue for nobody, for real. Okay, but either way, that's what she said. So Heavenly says that she believes that her name is always she believes that is the reason why her name is always in the lady's mouth, because when she does her reviews on her own show that she's a part of, it makes the ladies feel a little funny, because Heavenly also has details behind the scenes. She actually knows these ladies. She knows what's going on. She's able to fill in the blanks and stuff. And so, yeah, they don't really like what she be having to say, girl. So Heavenly also says that she wasn't aware that Contessa had an issue with her, because Contessa came to her daughter's little birthday party or whatever. When they started filming, they were cool. Contessa texted her and was like, hey, girl, love you, appreciate you, all this other stuff. And then all of a sudden, they not cool no more. So, I mean, we just gonna have to see how it play out, because maybe somebody put a bug in Contessa's ear, or somebody sent some stuff to Contessa. We're going to have to find out what really happened. Heavenly feels like when it comes to the marital issues with Contessa and her husband, Heavenly said that she think it probably was for a storyline, child. And I feel like Heavenly saying that because she like, y'all still together, and they still together. That's what Heavenly is probably thinking. She says that she felt bad for them, and says that she wanted to like uplift them, right? She went because she ended up having Dr. Contessa on her YouTube channel. Okay, so she ended up having Dr. Contessa on her YouTube channel. And when she came on the channel, she was trying to uplift her. She wasn't really trying to talk bad about her. But then at the same time, though, Heavenly girl, it's not really when you had her on your show and the stuff you were saying to her. It was the stuff when she wasn't on the show and the stuff that you were saying about her. That's what she ended up having a problem with. And Dr. Heavenly actually referenced that. Okay, Dr. Heavenly felt like, well, my thing is this, like, she mad at me for a little small part of what I said when I pretty much said that her husband was a liar. Okay, because she said something in her video where it was like, everybody knows Scott is a liar. So, Scott lies, or Dr. Scott lied, or whatever like that. So she's like, how you gonna be mad at me for saying that? But Quad was the one that brought it to the group that you was the one that already moved forward with filing for a divorce from your husband. So how you gonna be mad at me but not mad at Quad for saying that in front of the entire world? You know what I'm saying? So this is what Heavenly is saying. She's trying to understand why Contessa feels the way that she does about her.
But I was so hurt. I really was, because that was my friend, sir. I would have drove up in the U-Haul with her and got all her stuff out. I would have done that. I've never expelled anything that she has not said on TV at all. I told her, listen, if you're going to stay, shut the up, because you looking ignorant as hell. Stay in with the man. So if you're going to stay with him anyway, be quiet. Stop downing him, uplift him. Now that bitch took all of my damn advice, didn't even pay me, took it, used it, and then got mad at me. I still don't understand.
Anyway, Heavenly feels like she kept it real when it comes to Dr. Contessa, and says that the thing is, if you're going to stay with him, stay with him. Okay? Because if not, you out here looking like a motherfucking fool. Okay, sitting up here doing all this stuff for the show, knowing that you're not gonna leave him. So Heavenly is on, in my opinion, what Miss Evelyn. Okay, Miss Evelyn on. Is he gonna, if he gonna be out here cheating, or he gonna be a bad person, or whatever the case is, girl, like, let that man cheat in peace. Okay, so but Heavenly, she didn't necessarily say that, but that's the vibe that I was getting. Heavenly was like, if you're gonna stay with him, stay with him. Okay, if not, you up here making yourself look like a fool, that you sit up here complaining about all of the things that you're saying that he's doing, but you're still here. So you might as well be quiet, sit back, and just encourage that man and move forward. I'm just telling y'all what Dr. Heavenly said, okay? So again, the conversation comes up about the ladies being what, or shall I say Dr. Heavenly being a target for the ladies, okay? The ladies are saying that she's rude, that she's reckless, that she's careless, she not nice to her friends, she inconsiderate. And I can't say that Heavenly don't be all those things. But some part of me do think that Heavenly may have a good heart. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes she been like that for so long, you know, that she may not necessarily read the room how she should, you know? So there's that. But when the question was asked to her, like, what are her thoughts about that? Does she agree, or does she feel like, you know, her friends are right, show anybody an apology? She said, based on the things that she said to her friends, about her friends or whatever, whether it was in their face or on YouTube or whatever, she feels like if she owed anybody an apology, it more than likely would be Toya. Because she did get on YouTube and she kind of talked some stuff about Toya's house or whatever. And she said some things that she probably should not have said. But at the same time, Heavenly felt conflicted because she's like, well, girl, you put it on TV. So why are you mad at me when I talk about it when you put it out here on TV? If you don't want nobody to talk about it, then don't put it on the screen. Don't put it out there for people to be able to talk about it. So Heavenly feels like she has every right to discuss it once they put it on TV like everybody else does. And I just feel like it's a little different when that's your quote unquote friend. Or I felt like Heavenly was the reason, or at least Toya was Heavenly's way into the show, or at least maybe they played it up to be like, you know, this is her friend. She was introducing her to the group, I think, based on the little argument they had in the bathroom like last season or whatever. So it's like maybe she see you a little different, like you her friend. So with that, you know, maybe she has a different standard for you than she do for people that she don't even know. I don't even know that lady. You know what I'm saying? So Heavenly says that they shouldn't put their business out there if they don't want people to talk about that. And also says that she gonna check her friends accordingly, regardless of whether they like it. If they don't like it, then hey, that's on them. Maybe they shouldn't, you know, put their business out there, or maybe they shouldn't tell her business or anything, or just let her know what the issue is. But at the end of the day, Heavenly feels like, listen, I'm who I am. Okay, girl, I'm who I am. And I've grown to a place that I don't think that I'm going to be changing no time soon. Okay, so I don't really know what to tell y'all or how to help y'all. Y'all might have to just deal with it. And if you feel like you can't deal with it and we can't be friends, then that's okay too. Okay, because she feels like she's not changing. It is what it is. Okay. And then the question came up about Toya and Contessa being friends. And Heavenly just feels like, of course, a friend of my friend is, or shall I say, a friend of my enemy? No, I think I'm saying it right. An enemy of my enemy is my friend. I think that's how you say it. An enemy of my enemy is my friend. So that's pretty much, you know, of course they're going to team up because she felt like she had nobody else to link up with. Because she was pretty much cool with everybody else. I mean, Contessa could have probably linked up with Simone, because y'all know Simone be on and off when it comes to Heavenly. How key I be feeling like she can't stand Heavenly. Okay. But she'll still entertain her. But anyway, girl, the season is around the corner. I'm ready to be tuned in and see what it's giving. I think it's probably going to be a pretty good season. But you all hop down in these comments and let me know your thoughts, whether you're looking forward to seeing Married to Medicine and what you expect it to bring. And also tell me about your thoughts about everything that I discussed today on the quick chat. That's all that I got, honey. I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.